So tokenized Batgirl, the chick that's playing tokenized. So we got tokenization square because Batgirl is tokenized Batman. Though I've said she is arguably for DC. You can argue that she's between her and Supergirl are two of the most preferable and well handled tokenized characters that exist for DC Comics historically. However, tokenized squared situation, kind of like what we got with Batwoman. Now you have Black Batwoman, so you got tokenization of a tokenized character. But Leslie Grace revealed on Instagram, her costume, and a lot of people have been just absolutely destroying this because they're looking at some of the other Batgirls costumes that have existed fucking 50 years ago, and they look way better. The first image of singer-actress Leslie Grace costume is Batgirl, and it's on the HBO Max solo film. She's going to be playing Barbara Gordon. This is obviously Batman 1967. And this is how she looks. For you guys that see, it looks fucking terrible. Now, I told y'all I'm out on this shit anyway. So I exist here only to laugh at it. That's it. To laugh, mock, and shame these fucking idiots. And this bubble padded fucking looking. I mean, obviously you've seen cosplays that are better. You've seen older material that seems to have more passion into whatever the fuck this is. I wish I could make it bigger, but I can't for you guys to see, but it's fucking terrible. But here's the thing that you have to understand. It goes back to like the chick that plays Aunt May talking about she wanted her to be gay and all this shit. None of these guys that are doing live action depictions, for the most part, of these stories for varying brands. It ain't just a DC problem. It's a Marvel problem. Star Wars seems to be dealing with this issue. They have virtually no fucking passion in any of this shit and its existence, right? So you always wonder why with some of these costumes, like, why is it that a cosplayer with none of the resources can do a better job? And I would argue that even the cosplayers don't really have passion, and they have passion in the accurate depiction. They don't have passion in the character. So they have passion in a particular aspect. But it's ultimately boils down that you have, this is why you just it's no reason in having hope for these weirdos. Stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. They don't like you anyway. But the feeling, and for you guys that are longtime fans of this material, you can guarantee that none of the people that are part of these projects, for the most part, definitely with the live action ones, they do not care as much as you care about it. They don't. This is but a stepping stone for their individual careers. And this is for everybody involved. This is for the people that do the production, actors, actresses, directors, creatives in all those space, screenwriters. Most of these guys have never, ever, ever watched any of this shit anyway. You think Leslie, I'm not saying I know the chick, and yeah, it's a guess. I doubt Leslie Grace, and I'm not saying she's the one designed the costume. I'm just saying I doubt even her, she had any knows who the fuck Batgirl is prior to her be acting in the role. They have zero passion in these projects because it's just a stepping stone. That's it. That's all you should look at it as. It's movie got announced, director, producer, actor, actress come in and say, okay, how can I put my spin on it? Oh, comic book. Who said anything about comics? Oh, we have a loose depiction. They kind of look like this. Okay, cool. They're not going to act the same. They're not going to even look like the character. We'll have some light references. Maybe they'll share the name, and that's about it. But for in a similar look, but for the most part, they don't give a shit about making this shit look like something that someone actually tried to make look good. No, it's not about that because they have no passion in it. If you have no passion in your creation, then how the fuck are you going to produce something well? This is why I say just let it go. If I can do it, I know anybody can do it. If I could drop my pull list for Marvel and DC Comics, big of a comic guy I am, y'all can stop putting so much trust, expectation into these fucking weirdos that you have to understand it's uber corporate now. The people that control brands that you loved and liked growing up have zero passion in the creation. So you might care about it. They don't, which is why they can bastardize it. That's why they can bastardize it. Because they don't care. You do. But this is most importantly why we got to create the alternatives. We got to replace these guys, man, in the eyes of people. Like, I would rather give y'all something like what I'm trying to do with my company. Rather give y'all something to get enthusiastic about, and then y'all hold me to that standard. And because you got an actual comic book lifer that's actually part of this, and I'm not selling off this shit to some big company that want to lace me up or some shit, say, hey, we'll give you $20 million to shut the fuck up. And I'm not doing that shit. No. I made a lot of money, and I can get wealthy off doing this shit myself. You know what I mean? How about that? So I'll do that, and I'll provide you with something, much like some other guys in all these different spaces, there's creatives in all different spaces that are trying to get out there and trying to be part of the solution. But ultimately, these are gone. You have to accept that. They're gone. From the comic books up to the live action depictions, these shits is dead. Let it die. Maybe we get lucky, and maybe they'll be able to be purchased for pennies on the dollar and I own Batgirl. Once we've moonwalked on the dead careers of the comic pros and we done made millions of dollars, then I'll go purchase Batgirl and I'll do it justice. And I'll make sure when she appears live action, someone gives a motherfucker about how she looks. And the accuracy needs to be apparent, somewhat, some way, shape, or form. But you cannot trust these uber corporate entities that now control basically all these big brands and that have been ran by their social political views. You cannot expect these guys to do these brands justice because they don't care, and they don't care because they don't have passion in it. This is the result of passionless art. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on YouTube.com/YoungRipper59 and Odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, EricDJuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.